Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. This video will be going up at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, so look for that. You'll look for it because you'll see it then, but it is still Monday the 26th, but I wanted to talk about this topic. I don't know if people were paying attention and saw that Biden, through executive order, and I love that, guys, he can these guys, whoever the president is, can circumvent anything that they want to circumvent and make these executive orders, and then they can, have it brought into play. And then when the next president comes in, if he's of the same administration or the same party, they usually don't change it. But if they're from the other party, they, under their executive orders, they get rid of all the things that the previous president has done, just like Biden did to Trump. And if Trump wins the next election, he'll do the same thing, against Biden. But anyway, this executive order that just came in, that he just approved, was they have to have it within 90 days, I believe, a recommendation for proper storage. I want you to listen to this, folks, okay, because this is really important, because this pertains to a lot of us. Proper storage for weapons. So what does that mean? What they're trying to do is they're going to tell you, the Joe average citizen, how you have to store your weapons. And if you don't store your weapons the way that they tell you to store them, you can be in trouble, okay? So let's talk about that for a second, right? I know that, like, in the UK, I believe it is, they have to have their weapons stored at a certain place. The ammunition has to be stored, separately from the weapon, also locked up. And if I'm wrong, people, anybody from the UK, please tell me, because I'd be more than happy to make a correction saying that I was wrong, but I don't believe that I am. But you have to have it stored at a certain place, and the ammo has to be stored separately, and everything has to be locked up over there, okay? And they're okay with that, apparently. Well, apparently. So anyway, if somebody's breaking into your house, let's just use this as an example. Somebody's breaking into your house. What are you supposed to do if you are using their they're telling you have to store your weapons in a certain way? Are you supposed to say to the criminal, "Excuse me, Mr. Criminal, give me 1 second. I have to go to this safe over here and unlock my weapon. And then I have to go to this safe over here and unlock my ammo and then load my weapon so that I can deal with you"? You think that's smart? You think that's the way it should be? I will tell you guys right now, when I sleep at night, okay, and I am a back sleeper. I sleep on my back, and I'm left-handed. Anybody that sees the videos, you see that I carry a weapon on my left hip. That is because I am left-handed. So when I sleep at night, within reach, I can put my arm out, and right there is my weapon if I need to use it. If somebody decides to be stupid enough to break into my home, they're gonna, that old saying, F around and find out. Yeah, that's, I'm not ever going to store my weapon in some recommended thing by the government, and they're saying, oh, well, it's for safety and all this stuff. What, safety for who? The criminals? And I realize that a lot of weapons are used, suicides, teenage suicide. And they'll play it that way. They'll play it like with the kids. They'll say, well, this will stop kids from doing school shootings. This will stop kids from, suicide and all that type of stuff. Listen, if a kid's going to commit suicide, folks, they're going to commit suicide. It doesn't have to necessarily be a gun. If a gun is handy, obviously that's going to be a lot of people's choice because it's quick and it's easy. But, that's not going to stop somebody that is having mental issues, that has decided to take their own life. Just because they don't have that option, they will choose another option. I mean, that's reality. But the biggest thing is, if they go through with this thing and try to do some kind of national thing with how you are allowed to store your weapons. And see, this is, again, I'm not thinking that the government understands, or the people in the government at this time understand, shall not be infringed. What part of that are they not getting? What part of that are they not understanding? That's what I want to know. What are they not understanding? Shall not be infringed means you don't get to tell me how I can do things or how I can't do things. The Second Amendment tells me that I can do what I want, I can have firearms, and I can protect myself and my family. And also, if somebody invades my country, or if I have a tyrannical government that's trying to control every aspect of my life, I am able to do something about it. That's what the Second Amendment's about, folks. And so I think people are losing sight of that. And I love these terms that they come up with. Do you remember common sense gun laws? Common sense gun laws. All right. So I'm going to give you an example of something too, right? Big thing. Oh, ARs. Assault rifles. They're assault rifles. No, they're not. Okay, they are not weapons of war. They are a rifle, just like a Mini 14 is also a rifle. Same caliber, same deadliness if you want to use it in that way, but it's less scary looking, right? But you don't hear them complaining or having, everything is always the AR-15. So you don't hear a lot about, what about the Mini 14? Okay, so I just find that interesting, and I think people need to realize the manipulation and everything that goes on with that. So there's a lot of games being played. There is a huge push to disarm us, and that should be fought with every fiber of our beings, because once you are disarmed, folks, there's nothing you can do to defend yourselves. And again, there's a whole lot of weapons in this country. And there's a whole lot of people in this country that are not going to stand for this nonsense. If you live in the country, it's just like the people in Canada, okay? There's a lot of predators in Canada, much more than we have here in the lower 48. When you're looking at, like, even Alaska, okay? But if you're looking at other parts of Canada, they have polar bears up in Canada that will eat you. You are food to polar bears. Wolves will hunt you down, and they will eat you. So there is a badger. There is a lot of predators out there that could do a lot of damage to you. We are not the apex predator in those regions. And when you have a weapon to be able to protect yourselves from the wildlife, it's not just to go out there and try to shoot somebody else, but to be able to protect yourself from the wildlife. I think that's really important. And I don't need any government telling me what and how I can do what is my God-given right as an American citizen under the Constitution. And I'm not going to have any government agency tell me what I can or cannot do. So that's why I live in a free state now, where I can follow that. New York State is almost as communist can get with their laws. It's terrible. So anyway, folks, I'm going to jump off here. I do want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what you have to say. Remember, folks, again, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. Have a great night, everybody, and I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.